You mentioned so many trends, right? Oh, and thank you so much for sharing the report. I will add the link to the report in the comment section of this video. But it's probably not easy for people to identify trends, right? And so, how can people keep an eye on trends? What's your advice? And there are so many.
There are so many, but as I mentioned, you really want to keep track of these major ones, and you want to take your business. And the reason why this report is so functionally important and why you can actually use it as a live tool with your team, if you have a executive team, or if it's just you, or if it's whatever your dynamic is, if you take your product or service and compare it to those 66 trends, you'll be able to see where you can map what you do, whether it's product or service, to these certain trends. And there is this kind of goes both ways, in both what you provide to the world and how you take what's out there in the world and provide it into your team. We've had several podcasts on the idea of the gig economy or using mobility. There's lots of companies right now that are, especially because of the pandemic, that are struggling with the fact of, okay, do we bring people back to the office, or do we let them continue working from home? And there's a shift. There's a lot of things that sort of bubbling in the background. So that's a major trend that's actually has to do with asynchronous life as well as mobility. And so you need to consider both what you can provide the world and what trends are going to be impacting you. And it really takes if you go back to what I said initially about, it takes a hard look at yourself. Now, remember that the entrepreneurship mission, the business executive mission, the business leader mission always starts with the I, with who you are, before you look outward into your mission, into whatever you're doing. Because if you're not ready, if you're not asking yourself, who do I have to become today to be who I have to become tomorrow to do your mission, then it goes moot. I work with entrepreneurs, high performing entrepreneurs that are building these amazing teams. And what always brings them down is not the market, not customers, not their HR issues, not money, but usually it's themselves. They hit a speed bump, something happens, and they start to really look at themselves and think, do I really want this? And that's when the sweater begins to unravel as they pull that string out. And certainly it all starts with the individual.